Hey you guys, welcome to another week of Workshop Wednesday. This month we're playing with recyclable items, stuff that you would normally throw out to celebrate Earth Month. So today we're going to play with chipboard, but not normal chipboard. This was a hot box. I am a Diet Dr. Pepper addict and I am not afraid to say it. So I have a lot of these boxes kicking around all the time. So you could use like a cereal box if you wanted to, whatever kind of cardstock or chipboard type stuff you have kicking around. These are little rolled flowers that I cut with my Cricut. They're from Close to My Heart cartridges. They're rolled flowers. And for those of you that have a Cricut Explorer, I put mine on a custom setting and I cut it on chipboard heavy and it cut really, really beautifully. Like there's no... This one ripped when I took it off the mat, but that's my doing. So what we're going to do to start is take a little bit of gesso here. And we're just going to paint these puppies. Just give them a really quick little coat. It doesn't have to be perfect. Because we used that little bit of newspaper on our project, having a bit of that brown craft color show through might be kind of cool, might help pull it all together. I just thought this was a really cool way to have the look of chipboard without having to buy chipboard, because that stuff is expensive too. It's like $1.50, $2 a sheet. And then you don't have to buy special flowers and you can make them match your project perfectly. We're playing with a lot of Tim Holtz picked raspberry today. I've got a paint and a stain for or a distress ink and a paint for that. We're going to use the Tim Holtz Worn Lipstick Stain for one of them, and then the other one we're going to use Heidi Swap's Color Shine in Hot Pink, which is the same color we used on the Wax Crayon Resist tutorial a few weeks ago, last week. When did we do that one? Yeah, so just going to use some different pinks. This one, the card that we're working on is for my 6-year-old, and her favorite color is pink by far. And if you can make it a pink unicorn, that would be even better. And then just for fun, the 4-year-old and the 6-year-old fight over who likes pink and who likes purple on any given day, because you know the 4-year-old just wants to be like her big sister. And so we're going to do a lot of pink on this card for her because she likes it a lot. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's just dry this side really quick and I'll be back. Okay, we've got one side dry. We're just going to do a quick layer on this back side too. You won't really see a lot of it, but you never know. So I'm not going to worry about like covering every little bit of red. The texture and the interest that it might bring, the little bit that you do see through, will be kind of cool. So we're just going to give it a quick coat. So I'll finish these up and get them dry and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. They're all dry, ready to go. What should we play with first? Should we do the distress ink, a mist, the distress stain, or the paint? Let's do the distress stain so that it has a chance to dry. So the Tim Holtz distress stain, crack it open, get your ink started, and just tap it on. So with the distress stains, the more you squeeze, the more kind of ink you're going to get out of there. Which in turn will be like the more color that you're going to see. So we'll just set that one aside for a minute here and let it dry. Wipe up. Okay, let's play with the distress paints. So again, it's just the dabbing it on. This is like my new favorite color, this picked raspberry. I'm in love with it. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we'll set that one aside to dry too, and then before we flip it over and do the other side. Thanks. Alright, so the Heidi Swap Color Shine. Shake it up, get all that glitz and glimmer moving around. And we'll just mist it on. Same thing, we're going to set that aside and let it dry. And the little guy. So this is the Tim Holtz Picked Raspberry Distress Ink. And there you go. So I'm just going to take a little break again and get these dried up, and we'll be back to do the other side. Okay, see, all dry, ready to go. We're just going to flip it over. This is our Color Shine one. So just flip it over, mist it again. There it goes. Slip it to the side to dry. This is our Worn Lipstick Distress Stain. So I'm a waitress and I only work part-time. And after I filmed last month's videos, I went to work that night, and everyone's like, "Oh, what'd you do today?" And then they just like looked down and looked at my hands. They're like, "Oh, you were in the studio today." Like they just, it makes me laugh. There you go. I just finished that one up with the distress stain there. So yeah, I think it's funny that everybody's like, "Oh, we know exactly what you did today just by taking one look at my hands." If they're all messy and dirty, they know I was playing in here and makes me giggle. So this is the distress paint again. So this one we just finished with the Tim Holtz Distress Paint. So that just leaves this little guy over here that we colored with the Distress ink. And again, I know that you can see the printing on the box on this side, and I'm not worried about that because we're not going to see too much of it when we roll these all up. So there you go. There's all of our flowers colored. I'm just going to dry these again and then we'll be back. Okay, here's all of our pretty pink flowers ready to roll. Quite literally ready to roll. So this is called a quilling tool, and I don't know if you guys have them kicking around. Obviously you can do this technique on anything, but I'm doing rolled flowers, so I'm just going to do this one here really quick first, and then I will do it off camera and come back and show you what's done. So I'm going to use glue dots to hold this all together, which I'd highly recommend the strongest glue you've got, and I find that liquid glue is a real pain in the butt when it comes to doing these rolled flowers specifically. So I like to use the glue dots. So I just stuck one on there, and we'll just peel off the protective layer. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So with the quilling tool, I don't know, do you guys have this? Do you play with them at all? These are a little bit harder to do because of the chipboard. If you're using paper, it slides right in there, no problem. And you just roll it up. Get your fingernails stuck in the glue dot. It's perfect. Okay, and we'll just push everything down there into the glue dot and pull out your quilling tool. And ta-da, we have an adorable chipboard colored for our project flower. And then you can just go and curve these edges out if you want to. You can use your quilling tool too. Like you could slip it in there and really roll those petals. I'm just gonna kind of poke everything open a little bit so it's not quite so tight and uniform. And there you go. There is our little chipboard pop bottle or pop box rolled flower. And when you look at it from the top, you can't tell, you can't see any of the color underneath, right? The printing that we talked about, you can't see it from the front. So I'm gonna pop off and roll these other three and we'll be back. Okay, you guys, here's our little rolled flowers all ready to go. They did come out bigger than I kind of anticipated because they're chipboard, not cardstock. So maybe take that into consideration if you're going to do something. I cut these at 3.5 inches, which usually makes a teeny tiny little rolled flower. But because of the chipboard, it added some bulk to it. So if you're going to try something like that, remember that. But if you're using it for flourishes or anything like that, it shouldn't be an issue. So there you go. That's what they look like all finished. And from here you can put them on your card. You can put some stickles in there to give it some glitter, or dust it with some glitter. Some perfect pearls on there would look really pretty, or some Wink of Stella to just give it some sparkle and some shine if you wanted to. The possibilities from here are endless. So there's our little tutorial on using pop boxes or cereal boxes if that's what you have, or crackers, whatever. in your crafting. Thank you so much for popping by today, and we'll see you for one more workshop Wednesday for Earth Month.